problem with New Year's resolutions is that we often set vague goals without knowing how to actually achieve them. Take lose weight, for example. That could mean 1 kg, 10 kgs, or even 100 kgs, but all of those numbers are going to be needing a different schedule to accomplish within a year, and that's not even me factoring in that we all have different schedules and lifestyles. Or maybe you've written get rich, but what does that mean for you? For some, it means financial security. For others, it might be owning a Porsche. When you're vague, you're setting yourself up for disappointment because measuring progress against an unclear expectation is difficult. If you start the year at 100 kgs and tell yourself to lose weight, but only drop 5 kgs, you might feel like you've failed. In reality, you just didn't define your goal clearly because you're on the right path. So what's the fix? Well, be specific. Be realistically and optimistically specific. I'm going to be sharing with you my entire 2025 goal list, and by the end of the year, revise with you what I was able to accomplish, what went sideways, and why. For each one of my goals, I have a step-by-step plan, but here's the thing, this plan is not set in stone, mainly due to the fact that life happens, things occur, people leave or arrive in our lives, and it's very unexpected, and therefore our plans need to change with these changes. So, keep flexibility on the table and allow yourself to make adjustments along the way while staying focused on the end result that you want. However, I'm not going to be going into the details of every single one of the plans. I'm going to be giving you a summarized version in this video, but if you're interested in knowing, please let me know in the comments below and I will either let you know down in the comments or in a future video I plan on doing any one of my goals. One big mistake we all make in our resolution list is we make it way too long. The longer your list is, the less time and energy you can give to each one of your goals. And I'm guilty of this too, from my art business, to YouTube, to keeping up a healthy routine, teaching for some form of income, and lastly, keeping up a social life while trying to maintain all of this. I honestly have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I think I know where to start. First, I'm going to be taking my very vague goals. Then I'm going to make it very specific. Lose weight becomes be under 80 kgs. YouTube becomes post once a week. And very slowly my list turns into very clear actionable goals. Now let me walk you through my 2025 goals. Hopefully seeing what I'm prioritizing will help you get a clearer picture of what it is that you want to focus on. I've divided my goals into 4 categories: mind, body and soul, creative endeavors, money and finance, and miscellaneous. For mind, body and soul, my first goal is to read 12 books in 2025. This goal builds on a 2024 goal of reading 6 books, which I crushed by reading 8 books. That's about a book every 1.5 months. Now I'm pushing myself to read a book every month. Here's the plan. For one, I'm going to be keeping the current book I'm reading on my bedside table as a reminder to read before bed or during work breaks. And the rest of the books I'm going to be storing on my side table for easy access. My second goal is to be under 80 kgs. For context, I started 2023 at 100 kgs and I was able to lose 10, meaning that I started 2024 at 90 kgs. My original goal for 2024 was to lose another 10, meaning that I wanted to start 2025 at 80 kgs. But I was only able to lose 5, meaning that I'm starting 2025 at 85 kgs. And honestly, I'm not upset that I didn't reach my original goal because down is down and it's still progress. So what's the plan for me to reach under 80 kgs in 2025? Well, I'm going to be following the 80-20 rule when it comes to eating. I'm going to be eating 80% whole, less processed foods, and 20% I am allowed to have indulgences for events or cravings. Now, something that's really important about this goal is that I'm keeping it flexible. I'm allowed to lose more weight if I feel like at some point during the year, but I'm also not pressurizing myself to lose weight. The reason behind this is because it has been years since I've been under 80 kgs. I'm pretty sure the last time I was in 2020. And honestly, I kind of just want to savor it without feeling pressure to go further. And secondly, I'm going to be adjusting my workouts to my schedule. I will do quick yoga or walks when I'm busy and my schedule is packed, and more intense fitness challenges when I have time. Stay tuned for those YouTube videos. My next goal under mind, body and soul is to grow closer to God. This one's tricky because life's distractions pull us away from God and our faith. So what is my plan to grow closer to Him? Well, it's going to be including daily prayer and devotionals, Attending my church's Alpha program, which is something that occurs between February and April on Tuesday evenings, regular church attendance on Sundays, and life group, which is something that happens on Wednesdays. Doing all of those things, I know God will be in my daily life, weekly life, and monthly life, and therefore I am hoping that I will grow closer to Him as a result. My next goal is a social one, and that is to have dinner with my roommates every single week. We are going to be having dinner on Tuesday evenings and Thursday evenings as a way to communicate and check in with one another. However, during the Alpha program, I will be prioritizing that goal and only be joining my roommates on the Thursday evening. The next category is creative endeavors. My first goal under creative endeavors is to finish writing my book. But to be honest, I've been writing it on and off for a while because I kind of just forget it exists sometimes. So my goal is to prioritize it and to be able to finish the first draft by June and the second draft by December. I should mention that this book is my entry book, aka it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just learning how to do grammar, spelling, and generally how to write interesting characters. My next goal is to post on YouTube at least once a week. Wednesdays currently seem ideal because that's when YouTube says my audience is online. However, I know trends will change and therefore when I post every week will also change. I also want to improve my editing this year. I honestly think my editing has improved so much in 2024. However, I know that I still have a long way to go. But also I want to improve my on-camera performance and my overall confidence. But YouTube is also not just about the YouTube videos. It's also got to do with the community that you're building. And therefore a second part towards the YouTube is actually got to do with the community post. I want to focus on it so that I can actually get to know all of you and hopefully create a community that's very inspiring, ambitious, and kind. My third goal under creative endeavors is going to be my Instagram account, specifically my art account. While I can't control who follows me, I can control my activity on the app. The plan is to post once a day on my stories, however I will be lenient on special days like Christmas, New Year's, Easter, birthdays, all that jazz. But on the everyday, day-to-day, yeah, gotta post a story. Secondly, I need to post an actual post weekly. Whether it's a work in progress, a selfie of me with art supplies, or an actual finished product. And obviously, since it's an art account, finished art. As long as art is the focus, I can post it. So from my Instagram, I want to be able to start selling my art. Therefore, I want to put a piece of work for sale every month. This will include stickers, prints, and actual original pieces. And eventually, I aim to create a website, probably through a place like Ko-fi, to centralize everything. And lastly, I kind of need to balance everything. I mean, YouTube, Instagram, websites, selling art, and teaching art because, yeah, I'm also doing that. It's going to be a little bit difficult to find the groove, but yeah, that's my aim, to find a groove between all of that. My next category is financial goals. First up, my investment. By the end of 2025, I want to reach a certain target amount. Thankfully, compound interest is going to be doing majority of the heavy lifting for me. However, I am prepared to chip in a little bit of monthly contributions near the end of the year to reach that target amount. This is one of those goals where patience and consistency really matter. Now, before I dive into big investments, I need to do something crucial. I need to build a safety net. If you're not familiar, a safety net is 6 months worth of income that has been saved. This is in preparation of emergencies like unexpected bills or job loss. I made a good start of it last year as I have saved a third of my safety net, and therefore I hope in 2025 I can save the remaining 2/3. This financial goal is a big ask, however I do think I can do it as it is crucial and it is a necessity for everyone to have. So how am I funding these goals of my investment and my safety net? Well, I'm going to be looking for a job, obviously, next year. I just graduated, so now that is the natural next step. However, I'm also going to be having an art business on the side. Any money I make from my art business will go straight into my safety net. And once I have made the full amount of my 6 months worth of income, then I will be putting the remaining into my investment. So what is included in my art business? It's going to be stickers, it's going to be original art, and it's going to be prints. So yeah, I'm not going to be spending a single cent of money that I earn from art. So how will I live if I can't spend that money? That is bringing me to my no-buy year. If you haven't heard of it, it's something where you essentially cut out all the joys of your life because all you get to pay for is rent, utilities, all the needs. All the wants are gone. For 2025, I am cutting out all the unnecessary spending. It's rent, food, and essentials only. No dining out, no impulse buys, and no splurging of money. It's a challenge, but I think it will be worth it. But also because it's a necessity, because I do not have a full-time job right now. To keep things fun, I'm planning on making videos where it's low-cost budget ideas that you can do with your friends or with your dates, because saving money doesn't have to mean no fun. So, I don't have a full-time job. What is my job? Currently, I'm teaching art to a student once a week. I'm looking to expand that by marketing for some more students, or possibly landing a part-time / full-time job. Now, here's where things are going to get flexible when it comes to my goal list for 2025. If I find a full-time job, it's going to ease my financial stress, however, it's going to limit my creative time. Therefore, my financial goals are going to be a lot more easily obtained, while my creative endeavors are going to be a lot more difficult to achieve. If I stick with part-time work or freelancing, I'll need to budget tightly, but I will have more time for my creative endeavors. No matter where I'm getting my income from, if it's from part-time, full-time, or freelancing, this is going to stay the same. I'm going to save 50% of my income. The reason behind saving this money is because I once came across a quote that said if you can't afford it twice, you can't afford it. Saving 50% will give me peace of mind that I am working towards my saving goals, and also when I do buy something, there will not be that sense of guilt of paying for something because it means I can actually afford it. This balance will help me reach my financial goals without feeling completely deprived. Lastly, let's talk about my art studio. This goal is a little bit different. It's not about just saving money, but also creating a space that works for me. This space needs to become more livable because it might need to be a granny flat soon. Realistically, I know I can't turn this place into a full-on granny flat within 1 year when I'm doing a no-buy year, but I can make it functional and inspiring and definitely a lot more neater. This can become a hybrid space of work and living. Totally subscribe if you're interested in transformation space videos because this rec is going to change drastically. So that's my plan. My financial goals are a little scary, but honestly, I've learned in life to not stress about the things I can't control. Life happens, and if I can only save 25% of my income rather than 50, or if I fall short on my investment goal by a couple thousand, it's okay. And I'm okay. The goal isn't to stick rigidly to a plan, but rather to make meaningful progress while staying adaptable to any challenges that I might face. If you're curious to see how these goals play out or want to follow along on the journey, hit subscribe, because honestly, one of my goals is to become monetized in 2025, and I'd really appreciate the help getting me there. Otherwise, let me know in the comments if you have any questions and if knowing my list has helped you sort out yours. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.